Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Wen Jiayi. You are now watching the Pinggu International Peach Blossom Festival. There will be several reporters from CMG to take you view the beautiful scenery of the peach blossoms nationwide. And also we are going to take you to Bibo Island, the peach blossom ocean, and the pier with peach blossom booming now. And I'm now in Dahuashan Township of Pinggu District. It's the most beautiful township over here in the outskirts of Beijing because there are 4 different series of peach blossoms and also peaches. I know that you must be mouth-watering right now. In April, it's still not the harvesting season for the peaches. You have to wait a while. But of course, we welcome you to come here and enjoy the beautiful blossoms. And Beijing Culture and Tourism Bureau and Pinggu District People's Government are co-organizing the 26th Pinggu International Peach Blossom Festival. Today is the opening ceremony. It's already been 20 years' time. This year was going to be the difference. Now please follow us. As you can see, those beautiful girls are wearing costumes ready to fly. During the festival, this is one of the activities. We call it the Heavenly Maids Scattering Blossoms. And what's special about this event? We have a guest from the Sports Bureau of Pinggu District who is responsible for this event, Mr. Xu Zhentao. Dear viewers, it's nice to meet you. Mr. Xu, could you please introduce more? We are seeing a goddess flying up in the air, scattering the petals. Yeah. We have several actresses acting as the Heavenly Maids. As you can see, they're hanging with a string in the air and they're spraying those flower petals to the audience. The petals represent good luck. So let's move closer to the petals. Now let's enjoy this beautiful moment. We're bathing in the beautiful music and the goddess is spraying the auspicious petals. The remaining 12 goddesses on the ground are representing 12 different flowers. Mr. Xu, could you please introduce to us about the history of this party? In the recent years, in Pinggu District, we are attempting to create a brand for Pinggu District, as well as the sports and leisure places by gathering the people, the contests, talents, and the popularity. We hope that through the model of Sports Plus, tourism, culture could be combined to have integrated development. And we aim to build Pinggu District into a recreational and fashionable place for people to come to, with sports activities as the starting point. Now the 12 flower goddesses are taking turns. What's this activity about? Since there are 12 months in a year, every month there will be one flower goddess responsible for that month. Actually, this event has a long history. It has been a very grand event. It's the birthday of hundreds of flowers. During the festival, usually, the girls would love to go outing in the springtime and give their blessings to each other. And they usually wish that they could be as beautiful and as happy as the beautiful flowers. Very auspicious. And what are the highlights this year during this flora event in Pinggu district? There are several different activities and highlights. It's an enrichment of the Peach Blossom Festival. And we hope to inject more vitality into the Peach Blossom Festival. First of all, there will be such a flower spring opening. And next, there will be the game called throwing the embroidered ball. So the 12 flora goddesses are wearing the Chinese costumes, each one of them representing one flower that may bloom in 1 month of the year. It feels like we are going past the time in the 1,000 years of history. So this blessing ceremony was designed to take everyone to the atmosphere of hundreds of flowers. We're using flowers to symbolize the people so that people could feel the fragrance of the flowers. And also the matchmaker god is giving blessings to the people right now. As you can see, the matchmaker god is moving towards the goddesses. Let's have some immersive experience.
月老赐福，觅得正缘，菩萨庇佑，姻缘有节，春和景明，以花进行，福求平谷，以佑万民。当请月老祈福祈愿。人生幸事万万，一春圆满千安。试问天安，试问春安。哈哈哈哈哈哈！既如此，当请月老为各位父老乡亲祈福祈愿，一愿春来一季，心生欢喜。再愿百花娇艳，两情相悦。三愿缘定三生，同心永结。至此，祈愿已至，诸位父老乡亲，当与月老完成祈愿，由月老为诸位父老乡亲。
How about let's get involved in the blessings session? Okay.
这里。
This is the wall of praying. Since the opening of the Peach Blossom Festival, our visitors give their best wishes here on the ribble. And here that is a lock. Those single girls and boys hand their locks here, and the keys have been kept by the matchmaker god. And then the matchmaker will choose randomly one lock and key to get the information about the couple. So maybe there will be some couples successfully being matchmaked. Mr. Xu, how about we leave our wishes here? And then we can hang the silk ribbon. Now let's hand this piece of paper.
在此设于对诗之台，当邀请这十里八乡有志青年与在下吟诗作答如何？先行介绍在下。
So how long can these wishes be kept here? Actually, for a very long time. We will just keep them here. Also, you can get a lock to pray for your marriage. Actually, just spare me, not for now. Okay. Mr. Xu? I know you are responsible for this flower garden party. I know you also take charge of some other events. For example, the Peach Blossom touring. That's right. We hope to further introduce more sports activities and also the healthy lifestyle. And we call upon everybody to be part of this activity. We hope to guide and encourage everyone to be part of sports activities, and sports can be interwoven into every aspect of our daily lives. Thank you, Mr. Xu. And there are more activities in this garden party. We welcome our visitors to come for a first-hand experience. Mr. Xu, thank you again. He just mentioned about the rainbow run race in the peach blossoms, and this is the place. How many peach trees are planted in this piece of land, and what are the stories about those trees? We have invited another guest from Dahuashan Township, the chief of the township, Mr. Yang. Dear viewers, welcome to the peach blossom field that have broken the Guinness record. So, Mr. Yang, could you please introduce about the area of this field? 20 to 30,000 mu in front of us. There are 200 different species of peach trees, and Pinggu is home to big peaches. Peach blossoms and peach trees are the brands of Pinggu. They have a history of 1,500 years ago. According to Wei Shu book, it recorded that in Yaoyang County there was a peach blossom mountain, which was referring to Dahuashan Township, and that is the core place of the land. Is it in any way related to Huashan Mountain? Huashan Mountain was also called Taihua Mountain. We are quite close. Maybe that difference lies in the peaches. The local farmers grew the peaches to support themselves. That's our pillar industry. We are known for the big peaches instead of the magnificent mountains. 1,500 years ago, the peach mountain was already there, and it was also the main production area for Pinggu district's peach production. And 1/3 of Pinggu peaches was from Dahuashan Township. In the 1960s, the local people shouldered the political responsibility to grow the first piece of peach field. In 1983, our villages were very professional, and in 1997, we were called the biggest peach grower in the outskirts of Beijing. And also, our peaches were admitted into the Great Hall of the People during the national event. What about this tree? What is the species of this tree? This is the nectarine. Nectarine. When we look at the flowers, we must look at the shapes. They're not very spread out, as you can see. And let's look at the other species. And this one is very blooming. It's different. And it's wild peach, so they would bear different fruits. So when we appreciate the peach blossoms, firstly we look at the shapes of the flowers, and secondly, they have different colors. In the beginning, usually the blossoms are pink, or in some other shallow colors, just like the color of the round cardamom, and then the colors will be deeper until they bear fruits. Now this tree has already gone past the blossoming season, and for this tree, the flowers are quite deep colored. I know that there is a poetry recitation event during the garden party. For example, we have many such poems speaking of the peach blossom growing places and some goddesses living in the production areas. After all, peach growing has become a pillar industry for locals. So peach blossoms are not just to appreciate for the visitors. We are also developing the peach economy. Even around the peach trees, we have some economic forms. For example, during the checks, in the summer and in winter, many of the agricultural wastes might be bundled together. They cannot put the wastes in the riverway or by the roadside. That would be polluting the environment. So we collect all of those agricultural wastes and then we sterilize them. And then we put them under the peach trees. And we can even grow the Trichloma metsutake. We invited experts to check the possibility of growing metsutake. They say that if you grow the metsutake under the peach trees, they would be better than the southern China. That's our advantage. We also have some processing products from the metsutake. For example, this is one of the snacks. Let's have a taste. very crispy, delicious, and also beautiful. As you can see, I am wearing one of the creative products of this festival. It's a brooch, a peach blossom brooch. Every year, such products look different from the previous years. For example, it's more three-dimensional. And also I am holding the cell phone cage. The cell phone case is also one of the creative products from this garden party. Very cute. We are now committed to the whole industry development and also the integrated development of the three industries. We have undertaken some reform pilot projects from the Ministry of Finance and also from the Ministry of Rural Areas and Agriculture. We hope to develop the whole industry of the peaches, from production to smart orchid to unmanned artificial intelligence development. For example, the farmers may grow old, farmers are aging, so we are developing the social services for the local farmers. And also we integrate the three industries, especially we are stepping up our efforts in the second industry. After all, we are in the capital city. We hope to develop the weak second processing industry. So this year we aim to develop the processing industry. We hope to add more values to the peaches in order to make our farmers richer and revitalize the villages. So the peach industry in Pinggu is supported by the high-techs. I once heard that Dahuashan Mountain is undertaking some roles here, contributing to the high-level development of Pinggu district. For agriculture, those plants also rely on the help of high technologies. Speaking of high-tech, we have undertaken a testing field for the Zhongguancun project. It's our due responsibility. And also we develop the logistics industry. In order to better serve the capital development, we have established a logistics base in this area. And as to fashion, we hope to create new fashionable consumption areas because we boast sufficient natural environment. 2/3 of our environment is mountainous areas. We are creating the 5-star hotels in Pinggu district. For example, Taohuawu and Xigu Shiguang are the new recreational projects. We hope to create new consumption markets. I feel like traveling through time, walking by the peach blossoms. And moving here, I could see a lot of visitors. So people are enjoying the company of the peach blossoms. It's a market. The peach blossoms naturally appeal to the visitors and the business people. At this moment, there are 220 and 230 different store owners, and 200 to 300,000 visitors come to this market. With the market development and the growth of the peach economy, such a market and consumption came into shape naturally, and the township people's government has made some efforts to manage the markets in a centralized way. And the Flora Garden Party today is another good example to serve those coming visitors. I see that peach blossom pastry is sold here. Could you introduce your product? We customize the pastries to cater to the theme of this year's festival. So what are the flavors? For example, this one has a sweetened bean pastes inside. This is the peach-flavored ice cream, also specially made for this Peach Blossom Festival. In addition to food, we also have a lot of peach wood artifacts. There are so many stories related to peach blossoms. For example, let's make friends in the under the peach blossom trees. This stall is selling the peach cans. The local farmers make them by themselves because they're very easy to be made. Speaking of the industries, as I said before, we are now thinking about processing the high-quality products. And we hope to marketize those products to help the farmers increase their revenues. As you said, not just Pinggu district. People from elsewhere come together for this market. Visitors and the stall owners come from different places. And to attract people from elsewhere, do you render any visitor services so that they feel good coming here? Sanitation, public security, and transportation services are prepared. We have the shuttle buses going in this district, so we hope to offer all-around services. We aim to create such a recreational district and turn the green resources into gold. So we must work hard on the fundamentals, especially the hardware and software. I know you have a specially designed applet for this festival. Could you please introduce? This is a handmade map of Dahuashan Township. We are now in the Peach Blossom Ocean. You can choose a destination and have a route. This is the map in paper version. It's drawn by Huashan Township. There are 8 tourist spots. You can accumulate those cards, just like accumulating the blind boxes. For example, Huajiayu village is the most appealing village in China. And also we have Taohuawu, Laoxiangfeng, almost 70 meters high. We have very rich mountains and water resources. And we also have Taohuawu and the Xigu Shiguang for you to come. In the pink blossoming season, we are here waiting for you. In addition to the Peach Blossom Ocean, I know that in northern part of this mountain, there are several good places to view the blossoms. Yes, indeed, this is the center area to appreciate the blossoms. If you move northward, you could go to Moxingzhuang and Xiong'erdai to appreciate the blossoms as well. When you enter into the area of Pinggu district, you could certainly find some peach blossoms. Thank you. This is quite a poetic place. When you walk into the ocean of peach blossoms, you realize that it's not just a beautiful scenery. It's full of vitality. And it's also based on the story of wealth creation and culture. So, in this beautiful spring season, we welcome you to go to the village of peach blossoms in Pinggu district, and you may linger on these blossoms. And we have another station for peach blossoms, and that's all for my part. And now the time will be given to the other reporters to introduce to you more elements about peach blossoms.
送你。
大家在这里有桃花，有钱花。谢谢各位。
Good afternoon, everyone. Jia just took you to the ocean of peach blossoms, and my name is He Chang, also from CMG. The best spot to appreciate peach blossoms would be here where I am standing. This is the courier station in Pinggu district. As you can see, the station is above the ground, so you could have very open view. It's quite magnificent. Of course, it's not just a place to view the scenery, it's also quite a comprehensive tourist spot. Today, we would love to cover this place. Of course, coming here, you need a guide who knows this place. Let's invite my guest, Mr. Liu. Welcome, everyone.
实际上，其实来，我们镜头转一下，在我们画面右侧，现在缓缓进入我们视线的正是今天下午。
On this side, the 26th Beijing Pinggu International Peach Blossom Festival will have its opening ceremony. So this afternoon, CMG, Beijing Bureau of Culture and Tourism, and Pinggu District People's Government co-organize this opening ceremony. In addition to this main venue, we have prepared many contents. After all, as I introduced, this peach blossom station takes charge of many recreational activities. Now let's move to the left. This is one place to take photos. It's about the classic Chinese story called The Journey to the West. And this one is another story, a famous novel called The Catcher in the Rye. So it's like a book festival. We welcome our visitors to come to Pinggu to experience the delicious food, culture, tourism, and also the books. Now let's move inside to see other derivatives. Do you want to have a look at the coffee station? You want to give me a treat? Of course, we've already prepared the cup of coffee. Now let's see what's special about the Peach Blossom Festival's coffee. So those are several choices. The peach flavored, the coconut flavored latte. Now let me have a taste. It's icy. So quite the thing I need in the spring season. And I just tasted it. It's latte, of course. And also you have some peaches. Very delicious from the peach cans. The taste reminds me of my childhood. With the peach, latte feels different. It's just like drinking the cup of coffee in the peach blossoms. Please save it for me. Is there any food to offer? For example, the Pinggu specialty, the meat pies. Jingdong meat pies are very popular in Beijing, just like Xianghe meat pies. But today, I would love to say that Pinggu meat pies have even a longer history. Maybe the other meat pies could be traced back to Pinggu district. One feature about the meat pie is that we have very standardized process of cooking. Take one, for example. 7 to 8 layers of flour and 7 layers of meat. And They put some seasonings inside. For example, I can just tell you that they put some soya beans inside, but for the others, they are secret recipes, so no more information today. They're very crispy from the outside. Maybe you should have a go. You already paid? I did. Don't worry. So it's a treat. What do you think? Truly very crispy and very fresh inside. The outer layers are very crispy. As to the meat inside, they feel very rich, and because of the multiple layers, they're very soft when I chew them. They're not sticky. The meat tastes very good. And since there are so many layers and every layer is very thin, meat and the flour are integrated together, and also they're not very sticky to our teeth. It doesn't feel too much. And usually for locals, when they eat meat pies, they need some porridges to come by. And this is the porridge. The peach flour porridges. Have a try.
这个是咱这个平谷中书物流这边引进来的一个叫什么叫农业中关村的。
Actually, this porridge is a 中关村 project.
发芽糙米，哎，你知道为什么叫发芽糙米吗？
发芽糙米。
你看这个，你看
Look at the rice.
它发芽，它有芽，它
The rice has some sprouts.
它吃起来你感觉是不是有点
So, have a taste.
有弹性？
这就是一碗看上去平平无奇的。
It's very elastic.
吃上去口感怎么样呢？感受一下。
It looks quite normal.
是这样。因为平时我还挺喜欢健身。
I do some
平时我对
workout.
糙米吃的还比较多，因为健身讲究干净。
And I
但
eat
像这种发芽
the brown rice frequently. But for this sprouted brown rice, compared to the usual white rice, it feels different. I'm not sure if it's because it has sprouts. The taste of it is richer, and it's very delicious, and it's very spongy. Could you please introduce some professional knowledge about the rice? The sprouts are golden. They're just like the medium. The sugar and the carbohydrates are resolved because of the sprouts, and the amino acid is very good. For example, those who love to stay up late, the girls who are on a diet, it's a very good choice. For people like me, with high hyperglycemia, is it a good choice? The biggest feature for this brown rice is that it's very healthy. It can reduce the blood glucose. That's premium. We do recommend the patients of hyperglycemia to consider this sprout rice. It's one of the newest R&D product from the Agriculture Zhongguancun project. It's a very important research project in Pinggu district. Of course, we rely on the agriculture strategy in China. We hope to undertake such projects in order to support the farmers and the rural areas. Now, being full, let's find something interesting. What do you like? I want to buy some gifts for my grandchild. All of those decorations are under the theme of peach blossoms.
它这做这个颜色还挺好。
very
那个不扎眼
colorful.
没那么是吧？
They're not very bright
有点高级
colors.
灰的这个感觉。
Even the gray color feels
这边
classy.
是以桃为元素做的。
And here you can see a lot of peach
还不
shapes.
错，
还不错。
Pretty
有
good.
点喜欢。
我之前啊也简单逛了一下。
I took a tour already. I find a lot of peach elements, and some of them are quite fashionable. For example, that one in the front.
挂了一件那个应该是文化衫，上面写
A T-shirt was hanging there, and on the T-shirt, the characters say 7,500 years ago. What does it
自
mean?
称这个，它有这么一个讲法。
There is a saying
75321
in Pinggu about 75321. 7 represents Shangjai culture 7,000 years ago. Now let's know more about the Shangjai culture. In Western China and Eastern China, they have some representative culture, and Shangjai culture was typical of Eastern China.
其实这些东西，包括这些玩具。
You could see the bow,
纹饰，包括这个猪。
the pig artifact, and the decorations on the artifacts remind me of the culture 7,000 years
非常
ago.
的有意思。
所以我们现在这么一个国潮的一个品牌，也是源自就是我们的灵感创作
So
来源
your
也是
creation was inspired from Shangjai culture. The patterns from the artifacts. You could see those are all the patterns from Shangjai culture.
嘴是吧？特别有意思啊。
猛一看，哎，如果光看热闹的时候，首先颜色
The colors are eye-catching, very strong contrast of the colors. And also, if you dig deeper, you will know something about the culture. That's the charm of the national fashionable products. What else can you offer?
这边你看就是也是桃儿衍生品，护手霜，桃儿汽水儿，
桃汽水
The peach-flavored beverages
有糖无糖的呀？
and the peach
这个适合我。
对。
hand
你
cream.
看刚才说到了整个我们这个桃园驿站也是在打造这种书香文化啊。
So I can see the station is truly creating the cultural environment. For example, the famous books are showcased here, including the Red Mansion
这个，我可以回头这个您看这个
and the Treasure Island.
这个是咱大华山这边。
That is a sculpture made of the peach wood. It's also special in
创意的产品。
Dahua Mountain. Very creative artifact. Now let's move on.
来，
Those are some other creative products. You could see the pink peach element. Girls would favor such a stall. For boys like me, I have tried your coffee, porridges, and meat, pies. Something else is missing. I think you mean alcohol. That's right. It's one of the joys of life, and this is the peach-flavored alcohol. What's special about the alcohol? It's said that the Pinggu peaches are mixed together with cocktail, with no other additives. Now let's have a taste. Can we have a try? Of course, be my guest. You could heat it up, and also you could put it in the fridge. Because I'm still working, how about you do the job for me? And tell me, how does it feel? I can smell the peach in the alcohol. It's just like having a bite of the peaches. It's sweet, like all the other fruit-flavored alcohol. And I don't think it's very strong. What is the degree of the alcohol? 35. If I don't have work any day, I would come here for a taste. Perfect. Did you make the wine by yourself? Yes. It's another creative product themed under peaches. We have a slogan. I see that the drawings on the bottle were taken from Pinggu district. Yes, the mountains and the peach ocean are all drawn here. Next time I will take my family here to drink the alcohol. Pinggu welcomes you.
咱们上那边再转转。
在那边，听说那边还有一个神秘。
I heard of a mysterious space over there called 桃园意境. It's also one of the highlights.
这个
桃园秘境。
桃园秘境，它这个主要呢还是以这个沉浸式。
There are many immersive experience in the mysterious peach space. We hope to read into the peach culture. On my way, I wonder about the beginning of that idea. What hit you to start such a space? We hope that the peach station could be a gathering spot for the visitors in Pinggu district, supporting the cultural and the tourism industry in the western part of Pinggu district. Take me for an example. It's the opening day, and just look at the road, look at the traffic, the cars lining up. It's very popular. After going for a tour in the festival and in the market, for people, they do want to buy something or take a short rest in some shadowy areas, and such a station would be preferable. Now we are at the doorstep. Let's enter into this mysterious space. Take a look. This is the mysterious space. I might be the first batch of visitors today. According to my knowledge, even yesterday night, it's still under construction. That's right. It's like a transition area between virtual world and real world. You could find a lot of peach elements, and you feel calm in the space. Up there, you can find the names of some peach species. It's the first time for me to see so many species. I've just heard about like flat peaches and nectarium, but now as you can see, there are names like Gaofeng, mature in the early August, and Dadong peach, mature in the end of August. So peach lovers would find this place a paradise. You could learn so much about the harvesting season for different peach species. Yeah, this place is like a peach dictionary. So through the peach culture, we hope to develop some culture and introduce some classical Chinese stories. For example, the friendship championed by the famous poet about the peach blossoms thousands of feet deep in the pool, but still not as deep as my friendship. So this is quite a favorable place to restore some culture about peaches. For the kids, it's quite a good way for them to get in contact with traditional Chinese culture. They could put some fun into the education. Just now we talked about the friendship story about peach, and now this exhibition is about longevity of life. In ancient China, when we celebrate the birthday of the old people, we usually would have such a party with longevity peaches placed on the table. So there are so many intonations about the peaches. There are many classical stories behind the peaches, and you can read the stories on the wall. This is another interesting space here. It's a chair hanging in the wall. Do you know the history about this big green chair? Do you know what it's made of? I think since it's so big, it belongs to some character in the myth. That's right. This chair was once set by the Queen Mother of the West. That's amazing. This place is about a transitioning from the human world to the heavenly world. There are such birthday parties even in the heaven. This is another independent space. I can find the best acoustic photoelectric performance here. It's quite a serene space. People could relax themselves here and take photos. Kids can have some meaningful activities and be educated. It's an open space and very quiet inside. I can only imagine that if there are too many visitors, you can just take photos and have some appreciation of the environment. If there are very few visitors, you can sit down and drink and meditate. And sometimes you may be able to offer some lectures in this space. Even for the kids, some extracurricular activities are possible. That's right. Over there, that's the guqin. Sitting here, listening to the music with your eyes closed. It's very reassuring. You feel like being in the land of peace. I've just tried the delicious food and the beautiful pink peach blossoms, and not just that. Our live stream will continue, and now the baton will be passed to the next reporter, one of my colleagues, to bring you more peach-related surprises. But of course, you need to come to have first-hand experience, and stay with us, please. There will be more to come.